What's up, guys? This is Rylan from Land Insights, and I'm very excited to make this video today. We are releasing our API for Land Insights to all of our Land Insights Pro users. So this video is coinciding with the release. So in this video, I'm going to start off by showing you how to set it up, kind of explaining why we made it, and then I'm going to go into actually using it. So it's going to be kind of tutorial driven on the back half of this. So I'm going to show you mainly how to use it in Claude. ChatGPT, it's just not as impressive as Claude, in my opinion, right now anyways. It keeps changing. But yeah, it's going to be tutorial driven inside Claude. So without further ado, let's talk about the API. So a lot of our users have been wanting AI integration with Land Insights. Obviously, it makes a ton of sense. You want to make informed decisions. You want to make processes faster and repeatable. You can do a lot of that with AI nowadays. And what's great about Land Insights is we have a ton of data that you can access in there. That's super valuable. We've got market research data telling us what markets are doing, what properties are selling at, how quick the turnover is. We have due diligence information. Who owns the property? What's their mailing address? How many acres is it? How many calculated acres is it? What's the assessed value? What's the zoning? All that information. What's the mortgage? We have soil, slope, wetlands, flood zones. We can automate that research and due diligence by adding that to an API, and that's all been done. So you have access to all of that. We have comps. You can pull within our comp database. You can pull comps, like for example, hey, Claude, here's a parcel number in this county. Give me all of the comps in the last 3 years within a 5-mile radius, and only pull these acreage points, only pull within this range. It'll pull that all in, and you can tell it to analyze it however you want. Like, hey, be more conservative, analyze it this way, and save that. Save that as a skill inside Claude. There's so many things you can do, and I'm going to teach you how to do all of that today. Okay, so if you are on Land Insights Pro and you go to your menu on the left and go to account settings, you will see a brand new button called API. So down here is going to show your usage for the month. You can see your daily breakdown as well. And these are all like the endpoints you're pulling from. So you can see I've been pulling a lot from market stats, which is market research. I'm also pulling from Get Comps quite a bit, partial filters, property details, AI comp value, partial image property search. So these are all like the endpoints that you can pull from. And you'll see that in Claude. You can see Claude pulling from those. So you can get a breakdown of like, hey, where's my usage coming from? You can also see how much you're doing per day, right? So my business has been using it a decent amount lately, and this has been our usage lately. Okay, so if you want to integrate it, you're going to click integrate into my AI agent. Okay, you're gonna read over this, and you're gonna see like the options. What AI do you have? What's your AI assistant? I have Claude Desktop, and this is what I recommend. This is what the whole team recommends. ChatGPT, do not recommend. It's not as capable right now as Claude. Claude Desktop combined with the Claude Chrome extension is amazing. It's changed my business a ton, and has been super valuable. So make sure you download the Claude Desktop, so the actual app on your computer, and then also download the Claude Chrome extension. So you can just look up on Google Claude Chrome extension, go ahead and download that, and then you'll see it in your extensions over here. So you can see I have Claude on my Chrome extension. And what that allows you to do is when you go into Claude Cowork, it's a setting inside Claude, you can tell it like, hey, use my Chrome extension and go do this stuff. You can say like, hey, use my Chrome extension and go tell me what's on the right corner of my screen, or use my Chrome extension and go scan for property. Like it gives it further information other than just pulling API data. There's the data aspect, and then there's like the visual aspect that you can teach it. You can say like, hey, open up, just open up the property. Like this would be a good one. Open up this parcel number and tell me what you see on the satellite image of this property, or tell me what you see around it. So like that's where that's all connected in. So you're gonna go click Claude Desktop. There's gonna be a video right here on how to set it up, and then you can download the desktop app from here if you click this link. But I already have my Claude Desktop app downloaded. So what you're gonna do next is you're going to add the MCP URL. So this is connecting the API right here. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna open up Claude. I'm going to click Customize, and then I'm going to Connectors, and I'm going to click Add Custom Connector. We'll name it Land Insights, and then we're going to put that URL here. And then we don't need to fill out any of this. And you would just click Add. Mine's already set up, so it's pretty much over after you click Add. It's going to ask for an approval inside Land Insights. Just make sure you approve it. So it's probably going to open up a new tab for you. So just make sure you approve it, and then it'll be hooked up. And you'll know it's hooked up when you see inside your connectors Land Insights right here. So you can see mine is hooked up right now. Okay, so once it's hooked up, you're going to click here, and we're just giving you a breakdown of like simple things you can do. Obviously, these aren't things I'm doing in my business. It's way more complex than this. But it's just giving you an idea of what's possible, and then you can create your own big algorithms, right? And then in here as well, it's not in this document yet. You're gonna have the availability to download a skill package. So it's called the Claude skill package. It's basically like custom scripts that I personally made inside Claude, and I saved them. So like there's going to be 4 different options: a quick market research skill, a deep market research skill, a due diligence report, and a due diligence report plus a comp report. So these are all scripts I said like, hey, this is what I think is valuable when analyzing market research. Please, when I say run a quick market research report, ask me what state I want to look at, and then ask me what acreage range I want to look at. And then it just does the rest for you, and it gives you a report. In the due diligence and comp report, I say like, okay, Claude, let's run a brand new due diligence and comp report. And it's going to ask me, okay, what's the parcel number and county? Type it in, boom, it like runs for a few minutes, and then it just pumps out a crazy report with all the information I think is valuable. So these are like scripts I came up with by just going back and forth with Claude, saying, hey, pull this. Oh, also add this to the report. Oh, I forgot this. Add this to the report. And then eventually I was like, I really like the way this report looks. Save this as a script and save it as a skill and keep that in Claude. So what I did is that, and then I actually exported it, and I'm giving it to you guys. So there's 4 different skills that I saved and gave to you guys, and it's going to be located in here. So you'll be able to download those and add it into Claude. So this is ideas of what you can do. So like, how's the land market in Marion Lake and Polk County, 5 to 10 acres? Rank them by how fast things are selling. Super simple. Like it's looking at market research data. Pull land market stats for this zip code. So we can pull in zip code data. We can pull in county data. Like all that data inside market research is available to you. You can just pull it straight through to your Claude. Pricing and offer. Give me the AI comp value for this parcel number in this county. Estimated price trigger, how confident the estimate is. Just pulling that information that's inside Land Insights, AI comp value. Pull recent comps within 10 miles of this parcel number in Chatham County, North Carolina, and give me an estimate value. So you can like copy and paste these and see how it works. Spinning up a comp report, like start a comp report. So like you're just telling it, hey, start it. You need to be more detailed. Like it's gonna try, but it's not gonna be like probably the way you would want to do it. So you got to give it more information. Like, okay, pull in comps at 5-mile radius. If you don't have enough, widen your radius by another 5 miles. I only want you to pull between this and this acreage for this type of acreage. You got to be detailed. You got to think of your process, write it all down, and give it a script so it's more accurate. Run due diligence. Build a due diligence summary for this parcel number in Chatham County. Flag anything that would scare off a buyer. So it's pulling in due diligence data, and then it's analyzing it and trying to like figure out what's wrong with it. Seeing the parcel. You can pull a satellite image of the property, put it in Claude. Look up this owner and tell me or yeah, skip trace this owner, so I can just reach out. I was like, okay, I want to go call this guy. Claude, give me his phone number. Who owns this parcel number and what else do they own? So like we're pulling an owner portfolio information, so you can see, oh, this guy owns this property, but he also owns these 5 other pieces. So I should probably like consider making an offer on those other pieces as well, especially if it borders this property that I'm interested in. So you guys can keep going through this and see what data we have access to. I will mention subdivide place. This is an interesting one that I'll get to in a second, but there's some cool research I've been doing for subdivides. And there's more information here if you like. So without further ado, let's jump into what I have. Okay, so like we can start off with this one. Like this is simple. It's like this is probably copied and pasted from that sheet right here. So I recommend just starting small and then you can start building. Just get used to it and then you can start building. So I just said, hey, what is the owner name of this property? Here's the parcel number. This is the county. Always make sure you say use Land Insights API. I forgot to mention that, but it knew what to do. It says it loaded and used the API integration. It's like, okay, here's the guy's name. You can say like, what is the AI value of it? So we're pulling in the Land Insights AI value. So it's going to work. FYI, like I've already given it all of my approvals. It may stop. Well, it will stop if it's your first time. And it'll say like, hey, I need approval. Like I need approval for access to this part of Land Insights. Make sure you approve it in order to go forward with it. And then if it ever like gives you an error or something, you gotta ask it like, what's the error? So it's like, oh, this didn't work. You gotta ask it like, why? What didn't work? Was it Claude? Was it Land Insights? Like, what was it? And it'll give you more details, and you can figure it out from there. So it's not perfect. This is AI. Like we're still in early stages of AI, but it's really, really good right now. So it gave me the AI estimated value. Okay. So here, I'll show you a more complicated one. So this is a more complicated one I started. Use Land Insights API to extract median sold price per acre for every county in Texas for both 40 to 100 acres and then 5 to 10 acres. Compare the difference between both acreage ranges and then rank them in order. Highest county is the biggest difference in median sold price per acre. So basically what I wanted to see is where are the best subdivide markets in Texas. So I want you to pull market research data, give me the median sold PPA. So the average or the median sold price per acre for all the sold comps in each county. And I want you to pull it for 40 to 100 acres. So I want to see like what price per acre is 40 to 100 acres selling at, and then what price per acre is 5 to 10 acres selling at. If I see a big difference, that means it's a good subdivide market. So what I told it to do is pull all that information and then rank it. So it did that. And look, like it gave me an error right there. It was like taking a long time. It was like servers temporary limiting request. I was like, maybe it's a bug in Land Insights. It says, is something wrong with Land Insights? No, it was like the Claude server. I guess it was just trying to run too many agents at once. So you got to be more detailed. Like take your time. Like you don't need to do it super fast. So then it ended up pulling the data, and then it pumped out this cool little Excel spreadsheet, and it gave me a preview. You can always open it in Google Drive if you connect Google Drive, and it'll open up that sheet for you. So it told me Tarrant County has the biggest difference in price per acre. And you can see like, okay, this is 5 to 10. Yeah, obviously I have to expand it or open it in Google Drive. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is median sold price per acre, 5 to 10 acres, 148,000 versus 7,000. So you can see these large differences. Like Comal County, 61,000 median sold PPA, and then 37,000 right here. I would go further with this and say like, what's the multiplier? It went, and I wasn't specific enough. I should have said like, give me the biggest percentage increases in value between the two. I wouldn't, it actually went off amount. So it's saying like, oh, these are the biggest amount changes. But I'd rather see like percentage increase, right? I want to see a 2x or a 3x increase. That would be a good market for subdivides. Okay, so then I took a step further. I said for the following counties, like I would say for the top 10 counties, do a more in-depth valuation price per acre using the comps in Land Insights. So now it's pulling from the comps. And I said, pull the comps from 5 to 10 acres and all the comps for 40 to 100 acres over the last year and try to figure out the conservative value of it. First, remove the outliers in the comp data set. So we don't want the super high house properties that get in there. We don't want the super low, useless wetland properties. So we remove those. And then give me the average PPA sale value in the second quartile of the comp data sets. So that's like the conservative valuation. And this further just validates that it's a good subdivide market by actually looking at every single comp and only analyzing the comps that make sense. The second quartile without outliers, right? Whereas median, it's taking that into account. Okay, so then you can just run it and it's going to start working. And we can come back to it later. But this is probably going to take a few minutes. Okay, so let's start talking about the skills. So let's say you really liked this strategy, right? It pumped out 10 counties and you found like a few you liked. And you really like, you want to go back to this later on. Like you found this to be a good setup. You like when it pumped out, like the analysis it pumped out. You can literally just say like, save this as a skill. Named, right? You would start it by asking me what state to look at. And then you literally just enter that and it's going to give you an option to save it into your skill set. Okay, so like these are very important. I really recommend you start utilizing this. So if you go into customize, you can see my skills, and a lot of these are what I shared with you. So like Land Insights Quick Market Research Report, that's a skill I'm sharing with you inside this document right here. Deep market research matrix. This is like a really deep market research tool. It takes longer, but it's super valuable. I'm sharing that with you as well. Land Insights Quick Due Diligence Report. It's just a quick one that pumps out in a couple of minutes. Land Insights Deep Due Diligence Report and Comp Report. That's like a 10-minute one. It goes deep. And that's the one we use in our business day to day. Every lead that comes in, we're going to run it through this. So I'll show you what those look like. Okay, so let's go find one. Okay, so I'm going to show you like how I made one. So this is how I made, or this is how I edited the deep market research report. So it started as one skill and I ran it. I was like, it could be way better. So like it went off of some groundwork. And then it asked me like what state to run it for. I was like, Alabama. Let's look at Alabama. And it ran it and like gave me these. And I was like, how did you decide to choose the 8 counties? And it like said what it did to choose it. And it like was looking at my saved lists in market research. I was like, no, don't look at my saved lists. I want you to look at all of the states, right? And I said, you need to pick the top 10 based on the weighted matrix for all the counties. So I came up with like this weighted matrix that took into account the Land Insights market research data, like analyzing that. Then it took into account population growth. I'll just show it to you. There we go. Yeah, so it took in to account like demand for market research, took into account population growth, population count, so the quantity of people living there, income, so average income out there, job growth, corporate investment, and like building permits that are going out. And it like weighted all that and told me like it analyzed all that data and compared and contrasted against all the other counties in the state and told me like which one's the best out of all of them combined. So if you want like a true breakdown of how it works, you can download the skill, upload it, and then look at it in here. I'll show you how to download it and upload it in a second, but I'll show you how to see what it does first. So deep market research matrix, you can click on it, and then you can see the script. So this is the save script, and you'll have access to this. You rank counties for land investing by blending internal land insights demand data with outside growth economic signals into a defensible weighted score. And then give me like a breakdown of what it looks like. Construct candidate from state public FIPS list, all 67 in Alabama. Like, do not poll user save market list. Remember, I told it like don't poll my save markets. So I can look at all of them, right? And then it shows like how I weighted them. So 40% of my score, like that ranks a county over another one, is going to be demand by analyzing sell-through rate. 10% will be population growth. More growth is going to be better. Population count, bigger is going to be better. Average household income, bigger is better because we want people with money living out there who's going to buy our land. Population count because we want a lot of people that are interested in buying it. Population growth because we want a lot of people moving there who want to buy land. Job growth because we want people who have jobs because they have money to go buy land. Corporate investment, this is like one thing I noticed inside my own business. Whenever there's like a big corporate investment, like a battery plant's coming out or like they're building an amusement park, people start buying the land. It's weird. So I weighted that in. Building permits, like if there's more building permits going out, obviously there's going to be a demand for land because people are building out there. So I said like take in all that data and analyze it against the counties and then score it, right? So then it came into like you can see how I told it to analyze demand. So it says pulls demand from get market stats, like that's the API endpoint. We're pulling from there. And keep in mind, I did not write this. AI, like Claude wrote it when I said save the skill. Like I talk to it like a dumb person. Like I don't talk to it like a nerd. And it's just like over and over again, like it pumps out something. I'm like, wait, add this, or you did this wrong. And then pump it out again. I was like, oh no, you need to do this, this, and this. And like, finally, when that report looks cool, I'll say save it as a skill, and Claude actually made this. I did not type this. So you can read through these and see like my thought process, and then you can make alterations if you want. Like, don't take my word for this. This is just what I think makes a good market. This is how I think I should rank them. But you analyze it how you want. Okay, so if you want to save a skill, so save the skills I gave you, it's going to be somewhere on this page likely or the page before, but you'll download the files and they're called skill files. Make sure if they're zipped that you unzip the file. You can ask Claude how to do that if you don't know, but if it's not zipped, then just upload it. So you'll go Claude and you'll go customize, add, upload a skill, and then you'll just pull in the file, the skill file. And then when you want to call on it, you'll just call on it by its name. So like if you want to run the quick market research report, you'll just say, hey, use the Land Insights quick market research report. So I can show you how to do it right now. So make sure you're using Cowork, FYI. Okay, so it's loading the skill right now. What state do you want to analyze? It gives you some options where you can just type in something. Let's analyze, I don't know, Virginia. What acreage range gives you some options. You can also analyze your own. I'm just going to say, let's analyze 10 to 100 acres. Cool. And then it's just going to start going off the script that I told it to do, and it's going to give you a report. So you can see it's like working, it's loading tools, getting market stats out of Land Insights. If it needs an approval, it's going to ask you, it's going to stop and ask you. So keep an eye on it, give it the approvals it needs. Okay, so this is working. I'll show you what it actually pumps out. Okay, so this is an example. This is an Alabama one. This is what it pumped out. So it gave me the top 20 counties and it read it. How to read this report, sell-through rate, like explains what sell-through rate is. It also said it only includes counties 25 to 300 active listings. That's just what I like to look after. I don't like to look at stuff with very few listings because that's not enough data to analyze sell-through rate. Anything over 300, it's just hard for you to sell a property when it's listed. You're competing with so many other listings. So explains like the context, everything there, and it gives us the top 20. So it thinks Chambers County is the best. 35 active, 31 sold in the last year, 12 currently pending. Calculates the sell-through rates, average days on market for sold listings, and then the Gini. So the Gini tells us like how easy is it going to be to price. So 34 Genies, like it's going to be relatively easy to price it. Whereas like a 73, prices are all over the place. Like it's going to be very difficult for you to price that. So the lower the Gini, the better. It means that like a 5 acre on this side is about the same value as a 5 acre on this side. Whereas a high Gini is like this side of the county is super expensive. This side's super cheap. How are you ever going to price a full data set like that? You go down, gives you summaries like state's top ranked market, which is 35 active listings, 31 sold in the last year. Pending sell-through rate is a standout. Buyers are absorbing inventory. The average days on market is very low. Low Gini, easy to price market. So this is like our quick research on markets. Okay. So like that's the script I gave it. You can customize it however you want. The way I made this PDF is I just said, hey, when you run this analysis, pump it out into a PDF and give me the top 20 counties. Like that's what I said, and it just gave me this. And then you can customize it. It's like, hey, here's my logo, put it up here. Like I just said, here's the Land Insights logo, put it up here. Color code it, make it look fancy. So you'll see like I pumped it out in different ways just to show you guys like different possibilities. So this is a PDF one. I'll show you the HTML one. I think I already opened it actually. Yeah, so I did an Alabama deep market research. So this is the deep market research export. So I said in Claude, hey, load the skill, deep market research, let's do it. It says, okay, what state? I was like, let's do Alabama. Cool. So then it did a deep analysis, and we found out like Tuscaloosa County is much better than the one from the other report, because it weighted it a different way. It analyzed sell-through rate, all of that stuff, but also analyze outside factors of Land Insights. So I tied in outside data with Land Insights data. And this is where the API gets super cool, because there's other ways you can analyze your data sets, and now we have the power to do it, right? So I weighted it. 40% of your analysis should be on sell-through rate, like demand based on land sales data and Land Insights. 10% population growth, 10% population count, all that. Okay, so ranked them, gave us a list. We were looking at 5 to 100 acres, shows us like sell-through rate, Gini, all that. And then it gave us a description for why it ranked them this way. So you can see all the different things it ranked. Tuscaloosa takes number 1 on the strength of being the biggest investment pipeline in Alabama. Mercedes-Benz has a $4 billion expansion of its Vance plant, so there's jobs growing. The steel mill has a bunch of jobs. Like there's investment everywhere. It also says like it backs with a large liquid land market, 117 track sales per year, 1 year sell-through rate. very low unemployment, so people have money out there, they want to buy land. Demand is good, it's not elite. Genie is the weakness though, like it's gonna be hard for you to price it. Okay, then it ranked limestone, #1 fastest growing county in Alabama. Like it did research on that, 3.3% per year. So it did like outside Google research, pulled in this information, pulled in population growth, looked up like what's going on out there. Is there a plant being built? Like I told it to do it, and then it went and did it. This one takes longer though to run it. So it pumps all this out, but the HTML looks just way cooler than a PDF. Like it's interactive and stuff. So I prefer to pump these out as HTMLs instead of PDF. So you just tell Claude, hey, use your findings, like organize it all and put it in HTML, and it just opens it up. But if you want to share it with other people, you got to use PDF because HTML is like on your computer. Okay, so let's look at the due diligence tools. Okay, so this is another skill. I said use Land Insights quick due diligence skill for a new property. I said I can run that, I need the property details first. Gave it like here's parcel number, county, boom. Okay, it's running it. And then it gave me a PDF report. So we're going PDF report now because I plan on sharing this with my team or like sharing with the realtor. So open it up, pulls in the satellite image. So I said, hey, Claude, give me the satellite image of this property from Land Insights and then pull in all this information. I just listed it when I was building. I was like, give me the county, give me the state, give me the parcel number, give me the owner. All of this, like I asked for it. I just gave it like a bulleted list. You got to pull all this into this report. So super insightful, gives me the AI comp value, the confidence score from Land Insights, like how confident are you in that AI comp value, the road frontage, how much of it is covered in a flood zone and a wetland, average slope, like it's gently rolling, give me like a little market research report. I just pulled in like some of that market research information into this script. I said like, hey, analyze the market out there. Is it growing? Like what's the average household income? What's going on out there? Anything to look out for? You can all like I also told it like, hey, in the report include the link to the property so we can go look at it. So it's like, oh, I read this, but I want to look at it in Land Insights. Okay, cool, let's open it. There it is. There's that property. Now we can go do our comp report or whatever we want to do. Okay, so this is like the quick one. Now I'm going to show you the super sweet one. I spent a lot of time on this. So this is the deep comp report. I got to go find it. You can see me like renaming the skill after I built it and stuff. Okay, so this is one of the skills I share with you guys. This is the deep due diligence and comp report. So we added all like the standard due diligence a little more, and then we added a comp report, like a custom comp report I made. So you guys have access, you can use it, share it with your team. So pulls in the satellite image of the property, all this information, analyzes the soil, like what I should investigate, slope may constrain a conventional drain field, like tells us what soil is on it, what's fine, what's worth looking at. No structures detected, HOA, tax status, like is it delinquent or not? And then this is the comp report. So I built this scatter plot. So I said, hey, Claude, you have access to Land Insights comps. I want you to pull the comps and analyze it. Like I don't want to have to do it. And I want you to build me a scatter plot. So what it did was it pulled relevant comps, place it in a table. So these are all the sold and pending comps that are relative in acreage. And you can see how far away it was from the property. You see the acreage of it, how many days on market before it sold, when it sold, the price, and the price per acre. And then you can also click on these Zillow links to go look at the property. So I was like, okay, pull in the sold comps and then pull in the active for sale comps. And you're going to plot these on a scatter plot. And I want you to analyze it and let me know what you think it's worth. So we are like the Land Insights comp value. And then I made like a conservative algorithm inside the skill that comps the value of it. So I basically told it like, hey, look at the lower end of the spectrum comps because we want to be conservative because we're land investors, we're going to sell quickly. So we're probably going to sell it on the lower end of comps than last year. So factor in that. Also factor in competition. What's for sale right now? And you need to find this happy medium where you factor in what's sold conservatively and what's for sale so that we list something on the market that's competitive with what's for sale. And then it scatters it here. And you can see like the square is for sale. The green is what's sold. And you can see like your property 6.2 acres. These are all the comps that sold. Like this property is roughly 4.5 acres. It sold for 3K an acre. And then it just said like, okay, I think it's worth 10,500 because this is lower than everything that's for sale. And then there's some comps down here. Right. And you can customize this how you want. Like this is just how I made it. Like I recommend you customize it, mess around with it. Like don't blame me when it's wrong in value. This is all up to you. Like I'm just showing you what's possible. Okay. And then like you can take it even further. Like I did a cool one that I lost for some reason. I don't know. I lost it, but I built a cool one. I think it just broke and I was like, screw it. I don't want to spend another hour trying to build it. But I was like, if there's a bunch of road frontage, like my algorithm said, if there's a bunch of road frontage, let's say 2,000 square feet of road frontage, and it's above 40 acres, and it's in one of these states, like Texas, for example. If it's in Texas and it's above 40 acres and there's 2,000 feet of road frontage, give me a comp report for what the 10-acre pieces would be. So give me an as-is value. Tell me what the current size piece, so let's say it's 40 acres. Tell me what 40 acres is worth, but also go run comps for 10 acres and tell me what the subdivided value could be and comp those both conservatively. So I built like a further one that just does the subdivide analysis for me. So I quickly look like, should I look into doing a subdivide? Oh yeah, there's arbitrage. It doubles in value. Let's go open it up in the comp report and like look further. So this is all a starting point. And I use this one in my own land business. Whenever we get a lead, person on my team runs it inside Claude and then puts the PDF inside our CRM so that we can look at it. So really, guys, like the sky's the limit with what you can do. You just got to go back and forth with Claude and reiterate, like just get used to it, understand what you're trying to pull. And you can see like compact, it gave me a weird report. The layout was weird. It was like compact report in less pages without changing the copy word count. You just didn't use the space sufficiently. So like I was messing around with the output, and this is all saving. And then once you are happy with the report, you'll just say, okay, let's save this as a skill now. And then you just save it as a skill and you can reuse it over and over again. All right, guys, I paused right there trying to think if I missed anything. I feel like I covered a lot of it. If you guys have ChatGPT, I recommend you go to Claude. I think the subscription is about the same. There's just so much you can do with it. So yeah, feel free, like if you want inspiration for what you can pull in, review this list, play around with it. If things break, ask Claude why it broke. There's always like more ways to be efficient, and you can just tell it like, hey, what's taking you so long? If it's running a long time, it'll tell you like, oh, this took up 60% of my time. You're like, how do you make it quicker? Like, how can we improve this process? And then also like always make Claude be like the devil's advocate. Like have it run something and then have it run it again. It's like, are you sure about all this? Like you can add that to your Claude skill. Like once you pump something out, go through it again and see if there's anything wrong with what you did. I've been doing that a lot, and that's really improved the outputs of everything I'm building. And then to all the nerds out there that want to use like Claude Code and everything, there's more information right here with API keys and all of that. So all those nerds that want to build those things, go ahead and do that. There's also ChatGPT integration. If you want to do that, just go into ChatGPT right here and go for it. Yeah, hopefully you guys all found this helpful. If you guys have like run into any issues, obviously like try to fix it yourself. A lot of it has to do with just the way you scripted things. But if there's like true API issues with Land Insights, like maybe there's a certain data point you think you had access to and it doesn't, like reach out to us, hello@landinsights.co. You can write an email to us explaining like what the issue is, and we'll try to help you and try to come up with a solution. Yeah, you do have access to a ton of data, like probably a strong majority of it. And then anything like you don't have access to, you can also use the Claude Chrome extension. So if you're like, hey, I don't have API integration to this, use the Claude Chrome extension to go like in my computer and go gather that. So it's like, let's say like you wanted to analyze like how many trees are on it, and if there's like, it looks like there's ag land, you can say, hey, use the Claude Chrome extension, look at the satellite imagery, tell me what you think, and give me like a percentage of what it's covered and all that stuff. So Claude Chrome extension gives you access to things that are not like data points, right? Like this is not a data point, like how many trees are on it. That's just an analysis, and that can be done through Claude Chrome extension. So yeah, I think that's about it. So happy building, guys. Don't go too deep on these unless you think there's true value to it. I would just stick to the basic things that help automate your business. And yeah, AI is just going to keep getting better. And with this API integration, I'm super happy you guys all have access to it. So have fun, guys. Hopefully you found this helpful.